Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching this particular broadcast. Out to these pals are here, your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. Host of the hashtag Speak Easy podcast that can be found on all podcasting platforms. Guys, I'm excited. That part, I got this, and as soon as it downloaded, I was like, I gotta go live this morning and share this with them because we have to be in agreement with something. We do. We have to be in agreement with something because we've been putting things on repeat. And for a lot of people, the reason why you haven't been able to step into something greater is because we keep repeating that thing that didn't work. We keep repeating what that person said. And so this morning, as I motivate you guys as we head into this last few weeks of 2021 and into the first few weeks of 2022, I need you to understand that it's time to take things off repeat. That part. Good morning, Eureka. Good morning, sis. Listen, it is time to take things off of repeat. And not just take it off of repeat, but take it off and don't put it back on. That part. Come on. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, sis. Take it off of repeat and do not put it back on. So I was sitting and I was listening in. And so I have my accountability call that I run with my company on Saturday mornings. And then I have an accountability call that I attend during the week. And listen, if your coach ain't getting coached, there's a problem, okay? But it was so interesting because you always get to hear different perspectives and you get to understand a different, you get to understand like a different dynamic of people, right? Good morning over on LinkedIn. How are you? And so that's it in a nutshell. And it's kind of crazy because again, you never know what kind of information you're going to learn or what conversations are going to happen. But I always hear people who are on repeat. And so they have the same excuse. They go back to the same moment in time. And it's almost as if they've been frozen in that moment of time because of the trauma or the pain that it may have given them, because of the loss that they may have had. That part. We are in a time where we have opportunities everywhere, but people don't always take advantage of those opportunities because of what they've been repeating, of the words that they've been repeating out of their mouth over the conversation that they've been repeating in their head. And even to the point where I had to get to a point for myself in saying that sometimes the conversation in my head is just the conversation in my head. It's not the actual conversation that's being had. And so I went over some things this weekend with my accountability members in our group, and they were like, whoa. I was like, yeah, because we finished the year strong. We're not playing any games at all, right? But I have a question for you. What do you have on repeat? We about to do some work this morning, real quick. I won't hold you long. I promise. I won't be before you long. That part. What do you have on repeat? When it comes to your business, what do you have on repeat? When it comes to your family, what do you have on repeat? And even when I think about things going on with family, I had to go back and say, what is it that I have on repeat that is keeping me in this mindset or keeping me in this position, keeping me in this journey that I'm on, what am I putting on repeat? And so some of you, you're repeating failures. Some of you, you're repeating loss. Some of you, you're repeating misunderstandings, miscommunications. And so when it comes to what we need to be, what we need to have on repeat, come on, listen. You said it, Eureka. When it comes to what we need to have on repeat, oftentimes we don't realize what those things are. When we do this work, because that's what this is. This is work. I wish I could say that it was all yay, kittens and coddles, and it was all, just going to make you feel all warm and cuddly on the inside. That's cute. But the reality is that you're going to put in work. There is going to be work to be done. In order for you to stop repeating the things, the negative things, repeating the negative responses, repeating the things that you've done. How about this? In order for you to stop repeating your actions that you've had to those things, there's going to be, you're going to have to do work. Like, I wish it was as simple as you could just wake up and say an affirmation and then you good to go. It ain't that simple. And look, Eureka said it. Yes, Lord. It ain't that simple. And so in going and saying that I will no longer put things on repeat, first and foremost, I have to be honest about what I've been putting on repeat. I have to be honest about what I've had on repeat. Look, walk in truth. That's right. What have I had on repeat? What have I gone and allowed myself to keep saying to myself or keep, hearing? What is that thing? And for some, again, it may not be something small. It may be something that's a little deeper. For others, it may be something small, but you didn't realize that it had been on repeat for so long. It had been on repeat since your childhood. It had been on repeat since your divorce. It had been on repeat since you were in college. Some of you have things that have been on repeat, and it's been on repeat so long that it's just second nature for you to say that. It's second nature for you to think that. It's second nature for you to walk away. It's second nature because things have been on repeat for so long. And so what is it that you have on repeat? That's the question you have to ask for yourself. What do you have on repeat? And when asking yourself that question, then I have to go the next step and say, am I ready to take it off of repeat? Because here's the thing. Some people, they're comfortable with what they have on repeat. They don't want to change it. I get that. You have some people, they're comfortable with where they are. They fear the change more than they fear staying the same. That's a dangerous place to be, but I understand why it's like that. When we are scarred from anything, from any type of trauma, it affects, it takes root in our heart, it takes root in our mind, it takes root in our sight, in our vision, it takes root all throughout our body. And so then we are at a point where we say, I don't want to put in the work to try to do something different. But here's the thing, and I want to share this with you, because the same way that you put it on repeat, and it was on repeat, and it's something that you continuously do, it in order for you to switch that and change that, you have to put some new things on repeat. So I have to be focused and be deliberate about saying what it is that I have on repeat. What is the actions? What are the actions that I have on repeat? What are the words that I have on repeat? Something that my clients and I are doing in January, we're doing our purge. And one of the first things that God has us doing is we are purging our words. That is going to be so difficult. That will be so difficult for so many people because a lot of the words that we've been saying have become, again, second nature to us. Saying I'll try instead of saying I will, things like that, it's become second nature to us. And it's been rehearsed in our lives for years and years and years. But, oh, and there is a but. If you are willing to do the work, then you will see something change. If you're willing to do the work. So that first question is, what do you have on repeat? We have to be honest about what that is, okay? The words, okay? The actions. How about this? The relationships. That part, right? And so you have to have an understanding. You have to have an understanding. The words, the actions, and the relationships affect you. What have you had on repeat? And you said it, Eureka said it, it's hard. But what have you had on repeat? This is literally, this is the work that you do before the vision board. This is the work that you do before putting the SMART goals on paper. Because here's the thing, is if you can put you can do the vision board, and no tea, no shade to anybody doing a vision board party or anything. You can do the vision board, but if you haven't done this work beforehand, then the vision board is just going to be on the wall. The vision board is just going to be behind the couch. The vision board is going to be under your desk somewhere or in the trash. There are many, many people that do vision boards every single year. And when they look at the vision board at the end of the year, if it's even still up by the end of the year, they haven't checked anything off. It happens very often. I've done it. I went back and I'm going to share it if I still have the picture, I'll share it in my Instagram today. I'll share it in my stories, because I had a vision board in 2015 and I checked off none of those things. None. And even the vision that I had for 2016, I checked off a few of the things, but it was not until after I stopped rehearsing your failure. But you're a single mom, so you're not supposed to build a business because you're supposed to go to a job because a job is a lot more stable. You should listen, y'all. I had so many things that was being said to me. You should go find a husband for your children, so your children have a father. My children have a father. Thank you very much. Like literally, when I tell you people say things that they think sometimes is them being helpful. They're saying things that they think, quote unquote, is helping you to be productive. Not so much. That's not actually the case. And so they will have you go and believing that there is something wrong with you. They will have you believing that there is something wrong with the vision that you have, the vision that you've been given. And you will go and rehearse their responses if you have not done the work. Come on. Come on. You come on. There's no way to move forward until we recognize what has been on repeat. What's been on repeat? Here's another one. So when we think about what's been on repeat, we got to look at, I said, the words, the actions, the relationships. We got to look at, what's been on repeat in our heart, what's been on repeat in our mind, what's been on repeat coming out of our mouths, what's been on repeat for you. And I'll say it like this, and I think this is going to be my video for today that I do as my reel. Some of y'all need to break the record player. Okay? Sometimes, listen, break the record player. And record something new. Or I'll say not even the record player. Break the record that keeps playing in your head. That part. And record something new. Come on, false hope on repeat until healing. Come on. Whew. That part. Come on. You got to have this understanding. What have I been having on repeat? And when I look at what I've been having on repeat, listen, who gave it to me? That's another thing. Who gave me what it is that I'm keeping on repeat? Who gave me that? Who put that in my yard? Who did I allow to put that in my yard that I would keep that on repeat? And for some of you, it's time. Y'all need to listen. You need to say it out loud. I'm breaking the record that has been playing, and I'm going to create a new one. Come on, I'm breaking the record that's been playing in my head. I'm breaking the record that's been playing over my life. Here's the thing. Some of you got addicted to the record and you made it your soundtrack. Y'all better come on. Some of you got addicted to the record and made it your soundtrack. And here's the thing. It wasn't even original music. Come on. It wasn't even original stuff, but you made it the soundtrack of your life. Oh, woe is me. I'm divorced. You made it the soundtrack of your life. I'm a single mother. You made it the soundtrack of your life. Listen, I didn't finish school. You made it the soundtrack of your life. And now is the opportunity and the moment for you to break the record and create a new one. Whatever that's going to mean for you. Whatever that's going to sound like for you. And it may not sound like anything anybody else has done. That's okay. Come on. Come on. Comparison has been on repeat. That part. And so, yeah, you've created the soundtrack from repeating the things that you've been through, repeating the things that were in your head. And here's the thing, but you don't have to keep that soundtrack. Break the record and create a new one. And so here are just a few other things that can help you create a new soundtrack for yourself, that can help you to have something else on repeat for yourself, is determine what your why is. Real talk. Determine what your why is. Good morning, Jerry. Determine what your why is. Hold fast to that. And don't be discouraged if your why changes. That's another one of those things that you've had on repeat, is that I can't change my mind. I can't change and make a different choice and go in a different direction. You can. But it's been on repeat that you couldn't. Put that back. Get that back. When we think about something being the word repeat, it's to say something again and again. It's to do something again and again. And it's you when you have something on repeat, you rehearse it and you memorize it. When you have something on repeat, you rehearse it and you memorize it. That's why it keeps playing. Think about it like this. When you have a song on repeat and that song plays somewhere else, you know the song. It plays. You start to sing the words. You may not have heard that song for 10 years, but as soon as the beat drops for the song, you know exactly what song it is. Some of you have to get to that level of intensity when it comes to the things that you've had on repeat in your head, the things that you've had on repeat in your heart, is that literally when it comes up, you need to be like, I know what song that is. I won't sing that song. I know exactly what track that is. I won't sing that. Skip that track. Come on. I know exactly what record that's from. I'm not playing that record in my head anymore. Come on. A reality check about our season of life will end the repeat. You better come on, Eureka. A reality check about where we are right now, not where we were 5 years ago, not where we will, not even where we want to be. Because sometimes we have to reevaluate our expectations in order to have something new on repeat. We got to evaluate that. We got to go ahead and sit down with that, because if not, we can tend to be drunk off of literally what we used to do, what we used to be, who we used to be. You ever think about the people that they always talk about, that touchdown they did in high school? Because on repeat, that's the time where they were celebrated. And they may not have felt celebrated like that since then. So they keep that on repeat. They keep that on repeat. One of the reasons why having things on repeat in your mind, in your heart, in your words can be very dangerous, because it keeps you looking behind you. It keeps you in a position to where your head is not focused on the direction you're going in. It's focused on where you've been. And so if you're focused on where you've been, how then can you see where you're going? If you're focused on where you've been, whether good or bad, if you're focused on where you've been, how can you focus on where you're going? How can you pay attention to the obstacles that's before you if you're focused on what's behind you? And I get it. Some of the experiences, and some of the people that are behind you, you don't want to leave them behind. You don't want to leave it behind. You don't want to leave the person behind. You don't want to leave that memory behind. Come on. It will keep you celebrating an old win. Here's the thing. If I'm carrying the old trophy, how do I make room for the new one? If I'm so focused on carrying the old trophy, then I don't make room for the new one. Because, listen, even think about it, even somebody who is a gymnast, somebody who is an artist, they make room for new awards. someone who's not going to get a new award or not going after a new award, then they may be more prone to looking at the past awards and looking at the past success because they're not moving towards anything else. Understanding your why and then being focused on a clear goal is literally two of the ways that you can stop putting things on repeat. That you can go ahead and create the new record for yourself, create the new soundtrack that you're going to be playing all over and over and over again. I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a college graduate, I'm a this, whatever that is going to look like for you. Go ahead. Now is the time to be able to do that, because I'm telling you, you'll create the vision board, you'll go ahead and have the SMART goals, and then at the end of next year, you'll be sitting at a point where you'll be rehearsing things from previous years, but you haven't checked off anything on your goals for that year. And so I had to make sure that I came and I shared this, because for many people, being stuck in a position of, oh, I remember when I used to, it's I remember. But you've gotten stuck in like that time capsule and you're not creating new memories. Guess what? It's time to create new memories. It's time to create new memories. I get it. It's easy to say that, you know, but I did something really good and I want to celebrate that. And trust me, I believe you should celebrate it. I believe you should celebrate every accomplishment you make. You should celebrate. But guess what? There should also be room for the next celebration. Make room, be deliberate, make room for your next celebration. Okay? Listen, make room for your next party, make room for your next award, make room for you. Celebrate your next. Celebrate it. Because I can guarantee you there's going to be somebody that will celebrate with you. There always will be. So set yourself on fire. Set yourself on track so that way you are not on repeat anymore. So I just had to share that this week is going to be a phenomenal week. Let's get this work done. If you are in the World Voice League accountability community, go check out the Saturday video that's in the band app. That thing was bananas, okay? But we really are in preparation. God gave me a very specific word for you guys for December. And so go back, check that out, listen to it. You might have to put that on repeat. He gave me a very specific word for you guys for December, as we prepare for our purge in January. And so there's that. Listen, come on. Our old identity holds us hostage when we aren't open to newness that we've, oh, come on. We aren't open to the things that we've prayed for. I am ready to go, okay? Ready to go. I know that some phenomenal things are going to be happening and shifting. And when I tell you guys, I've been in prayer making sure, I'm like, okay, God, you said you're going to be doing this. You said this is going to be coming up. What does that look like? What does that mean? Also, there will be a post in the group today, for the World Voice accountability members. There will be a post in the group today, with for you to be able to add your prayer requests. I'll be doing a prayer at the end of this month, covering family, businesses, personal health, finances, whatever you need. So there will be a post that will be in the group today, and you will be able to go ahead and add your prayers to it. Because I am y'all know I am, listen, duh, I am bent on making sure that y'all not only end the year strong, but that we go into 2022 strong. And so, yes, there is a very specific word that he had for me to give y'all. Go listen to that. And then also, here's the other thing. A lot of the things for the World Voice League accountability members, a lot of the things that I've been talking to you guys about this year, I've literally been hearing other people in ministry, other people in business. I've been hearing them say this now, like over the last month or so. And I'm like, talk to my clients about that. I told them about that. And it's so funny because you hear people say stuff and you're like, good looking out, Holy Ghost. You gave me that tip. You gave me that tip. But yeah, it's pretty, it's always pretty interesting too, because we are legit in a space where we can do so many things, y'all. Like people are y'all just wait. The opportunities are about to be bananas. So those of you that are on here, you're like, oh my goodness, listen, I have I have two major projects that I'll be doing next year that I'm super excited about. I have um, a couple of brands that are reaching out, that I'm connecting with, and creating these collaborations and signing contracts. And so I'm excited about it because it's going to open up not just opportunities for me, but opportunities for my clients. And so I'm looking forward to being able to pass those things along as I learn those things, as I understand those things a little bit more. I'm always passing them information so that way they can take things to a whole nother level as well. Because guess what? And listen, it's not just I go up and then everybody else stay. No, no, no. We all, this whole ocean is going up. And so as this ocean goes up, I'm super excited to see all of the things that you guys do. That is why I said we cannot have things on repeat. We cannot have the negative words on repeat, the negative thoughts, the thinking that you're not good enough, the thinking that you're not smart enough. No, no, no. None of that. We can't have any of that on repeat anymore. I am super, super, super excited because I know some of the things that you guys have been working on and I've been praying for, and then also the things that I have coming up as well. So listen, stay connected, be on the lookout. There will be opportunities for those of you who are not in the World Voice League community. There will be some opportunities for you to be able to connect and be a part. You will hear more about those things as well as they come out, depending on what level you would like to join us at. It definitely, you'll hear it. And then also I did offer the opportunity for people to be a part of this next book anthology, and so there will only be 10 slots. There will not be any more than 10 slots available. Originally I was going to do 15, and then I was like, we're just going to do the 10 because you guys, so here's the thing, when I do an anthology, like, you guys get intense stuff from me. So like the process that I take you through, you can go back and redo that process. And that's why a lot of the women that have been, women and men that have been in my anthologies, they've gone back and written other books after being in the anthology. It's because I know you're going to get this process. And so it's not just okay, well, give me some words and we'll throw it together in a book. No, no, no. We're going to go through this process together and then produce something amazing that is going to support and help people worldwide. That part. So I'm excited for those of you that will be joining me for the next part of the Unmuted anthology, the next in the series. That part. So that'll be coming out later in 2022 as well. So hey, let's go. We got stories to get out here. We got people to to help launch. We got people that need us. They need our words. They need our time. Okay. And so definitely looking forward to all of those things as we head, into the end of 2021. You guys, I'm excited. I hope you guys are as excited. Thank you for those of you that shared out the broadcast. Thank you for those of you that, and with my sister and her song. Oh my goodness. Thank you to all of you that went and downloaded It's Christmas Time by 1221. I play it often and I'm like super excited. They have some opportunities that are opening up for them. So thank you for the prayers that have been sent up and sent out. Looking forward to it, y'all. And so if you look it up, It's Christmas Time by 1221. It's available on all streaming platforms. I wish I could play it for you guys, but y'all know the whole copyright thing, so I can't do it. But trust me, that would be literally for the whole month of December. That would be my song that I would play. I would legit play. I am that type of sister. I would play it every day on every platform, and then y'all would just be mad at me. But I will go and I guess later on today, I'll go and I'll share the YouTube link to it so you can listen to it on YouTube as well. But again, go check it out, download it. This is how we get to see not only our children's dreams fulfilled, but also we get to see the work that we've put in. And as family, as friends, these are the ways that we go and we uplift and we support each other. And so I'm excited. Thank you to everybody that showed love and support. Their song was actually on Mint Wave Radio in Scotland. Shout out to Fraser Ramsey, who is an awesome, awesome, awesome person. He is the founder and CEO of Mint Wave Radio. And so as soon as he saw that they had a Christmas song, he said, send me the link and send me their Twitter information. And he went ahead and put it in the rotation for Mint Wave Radio. So thank you so much to Fraser. I appreciate you for supporting them and for putting that out there in the world. Listen, it only takes one person, one share, one comment, one like, one stream that puts them a lot closer to the goals that they have for them. And it's the same thing for you. A lot of people, listen, I share a lot of stuff in my stories from clients, previous clients and current clients. I go and I communicate with a lot of people. People ask me questions. I connect people. I just had someone recently who asked about publishing their book. And so I connected them with a publisher. Guys, it's about seeing people win. And so whatever that means, that's what I'm going to do. And I've been stepping up in some major ways. I know for the month of December, I'm not doing any one-on-one calls. And going forward, I only have a very limited group of people that will be my one-on-one clients. I'm not even doing that anymore. When I tell y'all opportunities are opening up, man. Good morning, Paula. I just keep World Voice League and myself in your prayers as we move forward. I told you guys we got 2 major projects for 2022, and then I've already been invited for a speaking, and I've already received a speaking invitation that is potentially in another country. So yeah, things is going to move fast. And so you definitely want to make sure that you stay connected because the train is not stopping. It's not stopping. We are continuing to move forward. I'm excited, y'all. Like, super excited. That part. But, and I have to say this before I let you guys go too, because I think that I'm grateful for every person that has been on this journey with me since 2016, 2015. Like the ride or dies that have been out there, like pumping it up, sharing out posts, messaging me stuff. I have people that send me scriptures on a regular basis. I have people that send me prayers. Um, I'm grateful for the community that I have, um, in trying to take an idea and a dream and make it a lifestyle. That is never an easy task. It's never an easy task. There are so many things that we deal with, um, that make us think that we're not worthy to have success. And so when I talked to you guys this morning about having things on repeat in our head and in our heart, it's because for so many years that was me. Um, I couldn't publish the book because I didn't have enough money, or I couldn't do, I couldn't be a speaker because I didn't have the look of a speaker. And so there were so many things that were on repeat in my mind that kept me back. I was like, wow, really, I really do know the work. I know the things that I've done. I am the expert at, the things that I talk about. But I look and I go, I haven't expressed it as much because it was always, I had things on repeat in my head. And I'll even say it like this because at one point I was in a community and literally the things that were in my head were things that were being taught to us in that community. And it's dangerous because we're going, oh no, because this is what the guru says. This is what the people that are the celebrity style or the celebrity level people are saying. And it's dangerous, like so dangerous, because there are a lot of them that will give you the pretty picture and not give you the behind the scenes and not give you, um, the things that are going on behind the veil. And so they make you think that they're successful and they're excited and they're doing all these things. And lo and behold, in the back of their mind, they have these things on repeat that they don't even accept their own success. And I've seen it happen. I've been able to speak to people who are making 6 and 7 figures, you guys. Like, I want you guys to understand, I legit have been speaking to people who have been making 6 and 7 figures in their business. And there are many that go through that that headspace of having things on repeat that make them think that they're not even good enough. They're not worthy of where they are. Why do you think somebody will be in a good position and then do something that's completely asinine? They'll do something that's, you look and you're like, I can't believe you did that. But there's a lot of times where people still feel as though they're not welcomed by other people. And then that's what's playing in their head. Not because somebody told them that they weren't welcome. There are those moments too. But I mean, there's people that they replayed in their head. They're not welcomed by other people. That people don't like them. They have literally whole stories in their head. And they keep it on repeat. And when you've had something on repeat for long enough, you think it's true. You honor it as if it is a truth because it's been on repeat in your head or in your heart for so long. And that was why we talked about that today, because sometimes we got to sit down and say, is the thing have on repeat, is it even real? Is it a conversation that actually happened? Or is it something that I have in my head? And granted, because we do know that with gaslighting, that's a tactic that people use when it comes to gaslighting. And can I be honest? They use the same thing in business. It's not just gaslighting in relationships. And so we have to do the work, because if not, somebody can use that against us. We have to be willing to do the work. Even if we're connected to a guru, an expert, a coach, it doesn't matter. There's still work that we need to do, because if not, you always put yourself at a disadvantage because you're not being true to yourself 100%. And so knowing that That's what the journey looks like. And being able to, again, to speak to some of these people that have the money that you're trying to make, but they still don't have peace. They got the exposure that you're trying to get, and they can't even handle when an increase of sales comes in. They got the following that you're trying to get, and they launch something and nobody buys. I know coaches that have 100,000 people on their email list, but was struggling to get 100 people to an event because, again, it's the things they had on repeat. And then at some point, the real you has to show up. And when the real you shows up, are people able to see the old you and the real you? Like, is that the same person or no? So when we go ahead and we stop putting certain things on repeat, we step out of our shell because you're no longer thinking you have to live up to somebody else's expectation. Now I can be whoever it is. I can go ahead all full in, whatever that looks like. But we get so comfortable in going ahead and rehearsing. Remember, we rehearse it and we memorize it to the point where a song that you heard 10 years ago can come on. And you may not remember all the words to the song, but you remember the melody. You remember the beat. You remember the chorus. It's the same thing. You may not remember the exact words that that person said to you, but you remember how it made you feel. You remember how it made your body tense up. And we keep that on repeat. And so if somebody else says a similar word, we immediately go into that same response with our body. We're doing the work before the vision board, before the SMART goals. Oh, that's cute. But there's some groundwork that needs to be done. Before you can plant a seed, you got to till the ground. And for so long, people have been okay with not tilling the ground and just thinking I could just throw some seeds. Let me throw some seeds. And then they wondering why the birds is eating your harvest. Ooh, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to stop. I'm going to get off because we'll be on here for like an hour. And I got work to do. Y'all got work to do. I will be live over on Clubhouse at 12. I think. Yeah, 12 o'clock with the Black Speakers Network. I'll be on Clubhouse at 12. Super excited about the conversation that we're going to be having over there today. But yeah, it's been a man. Look, Eureka said this is awesome. Thank you. I've come to the understanding that we can't do what we've always done and get the same results, right? We can't, right? And although people say, yeah, because that's the definition of insanity. Yeah, it is. But yet you keep doing it. But yet you keep doing it. So we got a problem. Like, we got a problem and we need to solve it. So definitely some things need to change. But guess what, y'all? Y'all got what y'all need to change it. Let's go. I'm excited. Thank you so much. Out to these Pelzer here, your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. Host of the hashtag Speak Easy podcast. And until next time, guys, y'all, don't forget to press it out. See ya.